Kita lanjut ke presenter selanjutnya. We will continue to the next presenter, Mr. Muhammad Nurul Hafiz.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and warm greetings to the esteemed chairperson, panel members, scholars and distinguished guests. I'm profoundly honored to be here at the first International Conference on Civilization and Human Rights. Today, I'm Muhammad Nurul Hafiz. Along with my research team from University Sultan Zainal Abidin, will be presenting our paper titled Digital Da'wah Against Vape Addiction, the Role of TikTok in Shaping Youth Behavior in Malaysian Higher Education. On this occasion, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to Dar Al-Qari Resources, Yayasan RA, for their invaluable support and full funding which made the successful completion of this research possible. Okay. The slide summarizes the three most important key findings from our study of 278 respondents. Our objective was clear: to explore the effectiveness of a digital da'wah on TikTok in influencing university youth attitude toward vaping. Now let us discuss the content of the problem that motivate this research. We view this as a two-side crisis encompassing aspect of public health and morality. From a public health perspective, vape addiction among Malaysia youth is an alarming level. The main problem is the existence of false perceptions that vaping is safer than traditional cigarette. This perception is extremely dangerous. In reality, medical data has shown an increased risk of serious lung disease like EVALI and high nicotine dependency, especially when the nicotine content in vape is unregulated. From a social and da'wah perspective, vaping has now become a new norm. It seems as a lifestyle, a trend, or a social tool rather than addiction that must be avoided. The main challenge for da'wah is our audience. Today's young generation are digital native who are more easily influenced by social media trends than traditional sermons. To move forward, we must look at the new da'wah field, which is TikTok. You know TikTok, all of you know the TikTok. Why TikTok? The answer is simple: because that is where they are. Generation Z no longer relies solely on traditional search engines. TikTok has become their dominant platform. It's the main search engine for information, references, and trend formation. If we want to communicate with the youth, we must be in their ecosystem. The second strength is algorithmic reach. On TikTok, creative da'wah content has the potential to go viral and reach millions of users within hours only. This reach transcends the limitation of time and place faced by traditional sermons or gatherings. Based on the content of the problem we have discussed, we formulated three key research objectives that guide this investigation. The first objective is explore the extent of exposure of youth in higher education institutions to digital da'wah content related to the dangers of vape on TikTok. The second objective goes further, which is to analyze the effectiveness of da'wah message on TikTok in influencing youth attitude toward vape. The third objective is the most critical from a practical standpoint, to identify the factors that contribute to the acceptance of the anti-vape message. Conclusion, objective ensure that our study not only identifies the problem but also provides an implementable framework for solutions. Let us now move to the first and most critical key finding from our study, the gender crisis and vaping implementation. The most striking statistic is the 56 of male higher education students have tried vaping. Overall, 4 out of 10 university students have at least experimented with vaping. This is extremely worrying figure for the academic environment. The finding shows a highly significant gender difference. The implication is very clear. Any anti-vape intervention efforts, including digital da'wah initiative, must place a special focus and greater resources on male students. The da'wah approach aimed at males may require a different uslub or presentation style, perhaps focusing more on their responsibility as leaders and the maintenance of personal health. Our second finding is a dilemma known as the awareness gap versus the behavior gap. We summarize it as they know it's forbidden. The students know is it forbidden. Vape is forbidden. They know it is harmful, yet they still try. The basic message has been successfully disseminated. The majority students have a high basic awareness. They know vaping is forbidden in Islam and harmful to health. This indicates that da'wah and health campaign effort have successfully established this foundation of knowledge. Critical fact number 2. However, we face a classic behavior gap. Knowledge does not equal action. This means external factors like social pressure, peer environment, and perceived low personal risk have overridden the religious of or health knowledge they possess. This is the hole in the intervention that we need to close. This issue requires an immediate campaign. Digital da'wah needs to shift from basic issue to exposing specific and current issue that threaten the safety and morality of students. Now let us discuss the third key finding, which provides the solution to the crisis we have outlined. TikTok da'wah effectiveness. The students themselves confirm TikTok is recognized as effective and the preferred choice. The first conclusion, there is an acknowledgement of effectiveness from the student themselves. They collectively believe that TikTok is right medium.
Mr. Muhammad Nurul Hafiz,
Mhm.
you have to conclude your presentation. The time is over. Sorry.
The conclusion, Can I make the conclusion?
Yeah, you can go to the conclusion.
Okay. In conclusion, with our finding demand a collective action, which we term digital fardu kifayah. The collective digital obligation, we all have a role to play protecting the health and morality of the younger generation. We must develop an official digital da'i training module, and we must launch the national level integrated health campaign and train the empowered peers. We need to train university students, especially male role models, to become da'wah and health influencers on campus. Message from peers are often more effective than those from authorities. Thank you so much. And thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad Nurul Hafiz. We can go to the next presenter.